goes at the end of the word. Now, we learned 2 new vowels last week. Okay? This is ooh, ooh, and do you remember the name? Shuruk. 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 So it's got the ooh, ooh in there. Remember, most of the names of the vowels have the sound of the vowel in it. Just like all the names of the letters, the first letter is what it's going to sound like. So that was nice of them. So what's this? Oh, and it is holom. It does have an at the end instead of, it's not holom, but anyway, it's O. It's got the O in there. Holom. All right, so let's see if we can recognize the cursive.
So do we call it holom or holom?
Are y'all practicing your cursive? You will appreciate it if you go on, okay? Right now, it's not that big a deal. And I do have a few rebellious students that will say, no, I don't want to learn it. That's fine, that's fine. But then they regret it if they do decide to go on. Because then if they get like an Israeli teacher or something, and an Israeli teacher writes things, they won't even be able to read it. So that's why I'm going to do some practice where you start reading the cursive. Plus the fact, some of the books that I've ordered, they have the answers in cursive. So, okay, you get a book and it has the answers, but how are you going to read the answers if you don't know how to read cursive? So, okay, let's see if we can remember some of the cursive letters. What's that? Dalet. Sheen. Mem. Resh. That's a Mem Sophie. That's if you weren't here last week, Mem Sophie. Bet. Seen. One of my favorites. Lamed. Tav. Let's see. Bet. Oh, we haven't done that one. Bet. Resh, Dalet. Then we did Seen, Lamed and Mem Sophie. Is that it? Is that all we've done? And then we have our vowels. We're almost there. Ooh, and oh. So you're learning a lot, and today we are going to add 3 more. Page 40. You have a book, page 40 in your book.
No.
Now,
I don't want to be in it.
all of these look alike, very similar, but they're very different. So I'm going to so like this is a page in a book, because the only way you could tell the difference on these is their length. So we have 3 different ones, and like I said, it depends on the font how curved they are. Some of them they'll just be like little straight lines, but so the little tiny one is what? Does anybody know? A yud. Yud, or I think when you see the word, it'll probably say yod. Okay? So this was real confusing to me, because is it yud or is it yod? Okay? So when I was in Israel, we went into the schools and we were doing some things with the school children. And so I went into a 3rd, or maybe it was a 2nd grade class, I don't know. It may have even been kindergarten, because they said the alphabet for us. So it's probably kindergarten or 1st grade. So anyway, they said the alphabet. Well, when they said the alphabet, they said Yud. So leaving, I asked the teacher, I said, you know, that's a controversy because when you read the word, it says it's yod, but I hear it all the time, it's yud. And she just laughed and said, well, yod is a bad word, so we say yud. So she didn't tell me what the bad word was. I don't even know if that's true, but the kids were saying yud. So I usually call it yud, I don't know. But either yud or yod. And it kind of looks like an apostrophe. It's the tiniest of the tiny. Some people say it's like the jot. Like, you know, Jesus said not one jot or tittle will pass away. Some call this the jot, I don't know. So that's the yud, that's the tiniest. Then we have one that's basically goes right between the lines. It just kind of looks like a 1 or an L. Does anybody know what this one is? Bob. The sound of this one is usually a ya sound, if it has a sound at all. You'll see in a minute that sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but if it has a sound, it's gonna be ya. These two, this one has the buzz sound. These two are both used in vowels, okay? So you're going to use both of these with vowels. Like, for example, we did these two, right? So this is called a holum vav because it's a holum with a vav. So it has the vav in it, but it's not a consonant, it's not a letter, it's used as a vowel. So sometimes that can be confusing, but when you see the vav with the dot on the top, that's always a vowel, okay? Or if you see the vav with the dot at the side, that's always a vav. The yud, we're going to see in a minute how that's used in combination with a vowel. All right, so we've got the yud, the vav, and then we have one that's a straight line, but it goes down below. So if you're writing here, it's longer than your words in the sentence. Okay? This one, does anybody know what this one is?
Final none.
It's a sofit, that's right. It's a final noon. Noon, sofit. So we haven't had the regular noon yet, but the noon sofit is very common at the end of words. So when it's at the end, it's a noon sofit. So they're all basically look the same, and guess what? This is the way they are in their cursive too. So this is cursive, yay. So some of the letters in Hebrew cursive are not any really different than the block letters. So we've got Yud, Vav, Nun, Sofit, and so what sound would the Nun, Sofit be? N. Remember that the Sofits will not have a vowel. It's just an ending letter, okay? So it's going to be like the end of a sentence. It's going to stop. It's the end of the word. This one for sure, it won't have a vowel. Neither will the mem sofit. So none of the sofits will have a vowel. It's just the last letter of the word. Any questions on that so far? Yes.
You want to make sure the vav, what does it sound?
Yeah. This one, oh, vav,
But yud is a yud?
The yud can have a yes sound.
Yeah.
Yah, like Yahweh, starts with the yud. Yeshua starts with the yud. So that's where we get our Y's, like Yeshua. Vav, now Vav is also used as a conjunction. And you will see a Vav in front of a word, almost every word in Scripture that starts a new sentence. So when they translate, sometimes it's hard to know when the sentence stops and when to start again. Because almost everything has the. And, you know, just like that scripture today that he was reading, where it was and not a then. Remember that part? The "the" means and, not then. All right, but where in the sentence, if you read it, it was if blah 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 and blah 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 and blah 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 and. And so I do feel sorry for translators because sometimes it's a little iffy as to where you stop the sentence and where you start a new sentence. Okay, because they just and. Any other questions about the you, the vav, and the nun sofit? They all kind of look alike, they're just different lengths. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at, they don't really have it at the top of the book, but I see that they have it in the book. So we're going to have to look at it. So look at line 5 on page 40. So they threw some stuff in here for us that they haven't really explained. So I'm going to explain it. All right, so the first one there, so that is a what? Bet. This would be bet, and then they have a yud. So when there's a yud and there's no vowel under it, it's going to be a part of a vowel. So where's the vowel? Oh, well, there's an and this is an E sound. So you would transliterate it like this. Be. And if I put that together like a diphthong, bay is like an A, a long A. So this is a long A. Bay. Okay? So if you forget, just write it down. A. Bay. Bay.
That's what a diphthong is.
Bay. Okay, the next one what would be the second one there with the lamed? Lay. Lay. Okay. Sorry. So it would be lay. Lay. Okay, so it's a diphthong. Like I said, they didn't even really tell you anything about that, and then you start reading and you get to the last line, you go, what? All right, everybody got the A. So this is the only way you're going to get a long A sound, is A.
And what about the one that says I?
We're getting there. Okay, next one, the third one. What is this? Oops, let me make it bigger. I try to make it bigger for the cameras. Okay, that's a dalet. This is a so that would be da. But if I put a U, that would be what? Die. That's a long I sound. So that would be A-I, die. Die, die, new, die, die, new, die, die, new, die, new, die, new. Anybody know what that means?
No.
It's enough. Yeah, tell me die. It's enough. That's enough. Yeah, if you go to Israel, you'll hear a mother say to her kid, die. That means enough, enough. Doesn't mean really die. So anyway, so that's an I.
Yeah.
That's a long I sound. Die. Same thing with the next one.
Pull that one on my kids.
Now this one has a kamatz and not the top. It doesn't matter. It's still what? Hi. And of course that's the way we would say it too. Oops. I wrote it.
You wrote it in English.
T-A-I, sorry. I did write it the way we say it. Tie.
My tie.
My tie, yes. Tie. Oh, okay. This is a fun one. Honestly, you don't really, I don't remember ever hardly seeing this next one, but so we got the lamed, right? And then what would this be? Ooh. And what is this? E. Louis. Louis. L-U-I. Louis.
You transliterate it with the I or a Y?
Alright, well, either one. A lot of times you will see this since it's at the end. Sometimes they will put a Y.
Now, are we still putting the emphasis on the second syllable?
Well,
Is that one?
this is just one syllable.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just one syllable. Because you only have one consonant. And you only really have one vowel. The vowel here is the oo and the e put together as a diphthong. So it's really only one syllable. Oh, okay, next one. We'll leave that one up there so you can write that down if you haven't gotten it.
Wait.
Ah, yes, you got it, but don't give it away. What's that? What is that? Okay. What's that? Bow. Now we got the E. Boy. Boy. See how it's just one syllable? Okay. And here again, it'll either be written this way or you could write it that way, I guess.
Does that mean anything?
Not that I know of, but I'm sure it does. I don't know everything. All right, let's go up to line 4.
Boy, definition of boy. What you tell me?
Everybody got this?
I think, yeah.
Once you get this, you've really gotten almost all the vowels. There's just a couple more. The worst one is going to be the schwa, and we're going to do the schwa next time. Bio. I know, that was a bad one. You won't ever see that probably. Let's just go to the second one there.
Number 1 or number 2?
Which is on line 4.
Line 4.
Line 4. The second one. This would be what? Ba. Now, this time, the yud has a vowel under it. So if it has a vowel under it, it's pronounced. If it does not have a vowel under it, it is part of the vowel preceding it. So this would be what? Baya. Baya. And you would transliterate it with the Y, like I said, just like Yeshua, Yerushalayim. So what would the third one be? Taya. Next one? Daya. Next one? Daye. And the last one? Layo. Layo. I don't really ever remember seeing those together, but the bio. Now there's a first one. So those two are the only ones that are really kind of weird. Let's just do the third one and then we'll go around in the book on the next page. On the third one, how would you pronounce that? Yoshev. Yoshev. Next one.
Did you put a V on the end?
Oh, sorry, Yoshev. Yoshev is a word. I just made it into a word. What?
When I
Line
went,
4, the last one, is it Lio or Lio?
Lio.
With a Y?
Basically, it's like it's a vowel.
It's just
like
a vowel.
It has a vowel, it just follows it instead of an So you're gonna pronounce the,
Yeah.
so it's A-Y, like this time.
Yoshet. Sorry, I made it into a word. What's the next one? Yoma. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, don't put a mental feet on that one
I have
either.
a question.
Yep.
Is it because it has a vowel, it's not the M Sophie? Or the moms?
They're just doing things for you to, yeah. These are not really words.
Alright, if it were a real word, it had a
Yes.
vowel, it would still be the mem, right? Not
Well,
the
if it
M.
was the ending letter, it would be a mental feet.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
right.
But if it had a vowel, it wouldn't be the ending letter, right?
No.
Okay.
So they're just having you, basically you're reading different syllables, and they'll
Okay.
that would probably be put, just like Yoshev would be with the vav on the end, but
Gotcha.
some of these are words, but a lot of them are just getting you to pronounce the different combinations. I mean, you've got to understand, we have learned a lot of words. Need it?
No, it's good.
We've learned a lot of words, but, you know, we've only learned a limited number of letters. You can't, you know. All right. So what's the next one? The third one on 3. Yado. Then what? Yahweh. And Yalu. Yalu. Okay. 41. Now, this one is a vav. So I'll just read the first one. Va, vo, ve, va, vu, vo.
Oh, gotcha. Alright.
All right, let's start over here on line 7. Yeah. Bob. Where do we see Bob? The Bob. That's how you say, that's how you write the letter Bob, right? All right, the second one.
Vada.
Vadai.
Vadai.
Vadai. Vadai. Die.
Gotcha.
Vadai. Okay, next. Ba. Baro. Yeah, there's a little dot on the resh there.
Okay.
Remember that you can have a holum without the vav.
Okay.
If
So if it
you,
has a dot, it's got a no sound?
yeah,
Okay.
baro. Okay, up here. The varod. Vado. Randy. Vador. Line 8 over here, little one. The first one. Oh, sorry, no, sorry.
That's okay.
No.
I can read next.
No. Let her go first. It is a new letter.
It's va. This one is not very much.
Bon.
That's the new Sophie.
It's a V-A-N.
Yeah, but it's final.
It's final, so it's
It
V-A-N.
still has that sound.
Bon.
It has a vowel after it.
Yeah, you wouldn't say like Bana or anything like that, or Bene or whatever.
When it's in the end of the word. It has no word. It has no sound when it's in the end of the word. That's why.
Next one.
I meant like it doesn't have a or e or o or
I think this one is
it's
also.
just a letter. But Von, like we say Van, but it would be Von. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, next.
Which one, the third or fourth?
The second one on
The
8.
second one? On 8, okay, what does it say here?
Same thing.
Like longer.
Von, that's right, Von. What's the next one?
Okay, the van.
Then, Next one. Then. Notice that letter 3 with the vav and 3 with the vet sound the same. Because vav and vet both have a v sound. So, then. How about the next one? Boom, very good, boom. What's that next? Boom, and so those two are the same also. Because vav and ven have the same v sound. Alright, now we're going to get into those kind of things that are more words. Alright, over here, number 9. Yon. Y-O-N. Next one. Yoman. Crystal, the third one?
Oh, it's Yesh,
Yashan.
Okay, it's an R sound.
Okay. The fourth one? Yashen. Yaven. Randy? Yavan. Alright, number 10.
So, Veyat.
No, now remember that A and the Yud is A. Bait.
Oh, Veyat.
Bait.
Kind of slurred.
Yeah, it's a diphthong. You know, a diphthong is where you have two letters that come together to make a new letter or a new sound. So A-E is bay. So a house is bait. Beit Sefer. Beit Sefer is school. Where are we? Okay, over here at this table. Who wants to go first? Bane. What's the third one? Ubain. Ubain. Now, this one is kind of weird because it has a vowel without a consonant. So it's just Ubain. You would not say boo. It's not, in this case, it's not a consonant. It is a vowel. So it's just Ubain. Alright? Over here, we're sure.
So it's working similar to the O longer.
Someone else? Matai. And did you want to do one? Last one. Talui. I wish I knew what that meant. Talui. Alright. You got a whole bunch of stuff to do in here. They have rhyming words. There's a lot on this one because we've got more letters now. Alright, turn to page 48. 48. So now we're going to look at words. Real words. Here again, if you want to learn the vocabulary, this is a place where you would look at to learn the vocabulary. This is going to have a lot of words that start with U. Alright, page 48. We're going to start over here. What's the meaning of goes down? Or what's the word for goes down? He's going to do it. Yo, that's a D at the end. A dollar. Yo, red. Alright, went down. Yarad. Now, notice that Yored and Yarad have three of the same letters. So what are the three same letters? Yud, Resh, and Dalet. So the root is Yud, Resh, and Dalet. From the root, you can make different words that technically have a similar meaning, or at least an underlying meaning. So Yored is goes down, Yorad is went down. It's past tense. Okay, next one. Crystal?
Yeah, it's a yo. There's an O sound there, and then resh.
That's it.
Yoresh.
Yoresh. Good. All right, here.
Yarash.
Yarash and
Terror.
Yoter. Yoter midai. You'll hear that a lot. Is a lot more. Yoter midai. Give me more. A lot more. All right. C. Randy.
Now,
Yam. Day. Yom. On the day. What's on the day? Ba. Bayom. So when you see a bet in front of some words that you know, like you know the word yom, day, ba in front of it means in or on. When there's a patak or an al sign, off sign under it, like this, it would be on the. There's something else we haven't gotten to it yet. We haven't gotten to the shva yet, but if it wasn't a kamatz or patak, either one, then it would be just on a day. The yom would be on a day, but bayom on the. Okay, on the day. Sometimes you'll hear that in reference to today because it's on. We're on this day, so you'll hear it by Yom today. Next, there is yesh. That can also mean have. Yesh lecha. Okay, you have. Next, they. Between. House of. Over here. Bait. All right. This one's going to be interesting. I'm going to try to explain it because you're going to see. All right. How would you pronounce this one with the batak? Bite. This is house. So if you want the word for house, it's bite. But when they combine words, like if they take two words and make a new word, like sefer is book. So when they say Beit Sefer, it means school. So they've combined two words, bite, which is house, sefer, which is book. What's a house of books? A school, right? So when you combine it, I don't know what you call it in English, but when you combine two words to make a new word, then it's changed. And so it's bait. Beit Sefer, Beit Halom, different things like that is, so it's of. House, this is house of books. This house of books is a school. This is just a house. So, because you're going to get to that where you'll see, well, this says house. I thought it was bait. Well, bait is house of. It goes with it. You won't see bait by itself. It has to have a word behind it. Okay?
How do you pronounce the bottom one again?
Bite. Yeah, like you bite something. House is a bite. I. A. This is an I, this is an A. All right, where'd we stop? Who did Hausa? Was it your turn?
Oh, my turn?
I think so.
Okay, where are we at? Hausa?
Sits.
Oh, we're at sit.
Yoshev. Remember that last word? I was trying to put a vav at the end because it's a word. Yoshev. Randy?
What is that?
Yeah, shop.
Yashav. So, sorry. Sits is the present tense. It's either sits or is sitting. And then sat is the past tense. Okay, next. Yashuv. Now, here's the thing. Does Yashuv have the same 3 letters as sits and sats? Yes, it has the same 3. So, when it means return, it means you're going to come back to the place you were sitting. Okay?
Yeah.
So, that's why.
Is that related with Yeshua?
I was thinking that.
No, that has to do with salvation. Which, in a way, is coming back. So you do have some of the same letters, yes. Yeshua, right. So, Yeshu, yes, coming back, returning, coming back to the place you... Yes. Yes. Let's see, where are we? Who did Yeshu?
You're a tourist.
Taurus?
Tourist. What's a tourist?
Taya.
Tayar.
Taya.
What's a hook? Vav. So the vav is actually a hook. I don't know all the ancient stuff. I know somebody probably does a lot of that stuff. I haven't really. I've been too busy getting the real stuff. I haven't been able to do this. Yeah. All right, over here. This table is going.
No, already did.
Okay, Liana, what does it say?
Who's it called?
Oh.
Yashan, very good. Ani Yashan. Anita Yashan. Ken, yes. All right, next. Yashar. How about sleeps? Yashin. Yeah, look at those 3 root words. They got the same. That old sleep. I guess when you get old, you sleep a lot. I don't know. All right, tooth. Shin. Hotel. Is everybody done one over here? Okay, we're back over here.
Diane,
Ma.
where are we?
Hotel.
I'm sorry. Malay.
Malone. Malone. All right, judge.
Dayan.
Dayan. Does anybody know a famous name with that at the end? Moshe Dayan
Oh.
Wow.
in Israel. So his last name meant judge.
Oh, really?
Gift. Crystal? Matan. Matan. Meaning?
Move on.
Move on. Language? Lashon. Lashon. If someone does Lashon Hora, do you know what that means? Gossip. So, Lashon is language or using your tongue, and then Hora is evil, the evil.
Ah.
The evil, or the bad.
So Hara means evil?
Ra means evil.
Oh, Ra?
So, hara.
It's the bad
H.
language.
The bad language, the bad thing you're not supposed to do with your language. Well, that's true. Ra is the god of the Egyptians. We don't want that either. Alright. Alright, last one. Yod. Where do we see a yod in our services? Where's the yod? The little thing, the little pointer thingy when they read the from the Torah? Yes. It acts as your hand because if everybody used their finger to follow where they were, pretty soon you wouldn't be able to see the words because it would wipe it all off. So they have a little yod. Alright. You know how to turn that off? Okay, I'm going to pass out your
I
worksheets.
think, did he tell you to go? Because he told me not to.
Not to? Oh, okay.
We want to check
I guess he'll turn it off. Let me give you the ones that you have for today. Now, guess what? We are basically almost halfway, I say it's halfway through the book. In my other classes I gave examination. Midterm. But you can take it home and then when you come back next week, you can grade it. So it says, first semester test. Let's go on to that one. Oh,
Where?
You got it? What's going on?
did you get one?
Okay.
First, no. We don't have those.
Okay. This should have all, it has nudes of feet. Yeah, this is it. Hold on. I thought I gave you this one.
No, you gave us the other one. The one, the homework page 48 is the one that we got.
Here.
Yes.
There should be two.
Should be. We got homework page 48 already. Yes, we have, this was the second one. This first semester.
All right, then we got some cards for you to practice. Get this grip, this one. Who've been practicing their vocabulary? Anybody?
Say us.
Yeah, she got one. No, we did.
You do practice. Here, you and Randy want to go over some words? There's some words for you to go over. If anybody's been doing vocabulary, want to check themselves, I got vocabulary.
What do you want us to do with these?
Shabbat.
So we're supposed to use these to practice? Or?
Yeah, just practice reading to each other.
Oh, just reading them? Oh, okay, I thought they somehow corresponded to the numbers on the back.
The numbers on the back are the lesson it's from. So I don't give you something you haven't had yet. Perfect.
Okay.
No, the top. Oh, raw top.